Yo, what's up, Chad? Oh. So, okay, just fixing what I need to fix right now. Waiting for an email back from Twitch. Sent them two. Yeah, it is lame, Chad. For real. All I've gotten is the automated response email. I haven't gotten an actual email from a person yet. So, I'm on my social media right now. YouTube notified you were on. Thought of changing venues. No, we just got, like our channel just like got taken off for some reason right now. So I I just went back on, came back live, bro. They don't want to teach us. They don't want it to be taught. YouTube won't give us, yeah, they don't want us to learn though, for real. They really don't. Really don't. That just totally threw my whole groove off. Now I'm just like responding to messages like crazy, like I'm not teaching as I should be because of some bullshit. I'm just sitting here responding to everybody. Okay. Sorry, guys. Alright, bet. No worries. Yeah, that's BS. I got my account banned on Twitch for no reason. That's dumb. They don't want us to learn, bro. They really don't. Yeah, but that won't stop us, bro. Stay humble and let's keep the ball rolling. That's what I'm saying. For real, that's all we can do. So, I do the best I can right now. They take me down on another one. I pop up on another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still about to keep going. It's 11:35. So I'll give it about 5 more minutes. I'll give it 5 minutes, and I'll be right back because somebody is really wanting me to call them. So give me 3 minutes, guys, and I will be right back. Guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I'm here now. We're going to start. We're going to keep going right where we left off. I was trying to give some more people some time to get in here, and I'm just like responding to all of the messages right now. So I'm really sorry about this. They don't want us to learn. They don't want us to eat. Make sure that everybody, if you know anybody that's looking for it, looking for the link right now, post the link anywhere you can. Okay. All right. So, like I said, guys, we're gonna get back into it. Mike, why the hell did Twitch shut down that channel? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Dan. We'll find out. I'll find out. I'll get working on it because, as far as I know, we're not breaking any of their policies, and I'm not gonna push it right now because they have the ability to IP ban. So I'm not gonna do it. We're just gonna stay on YouTube right now for the time being. So we're good. We are good. So making sure that I can see everybody's questions and everything. Ugh, that was so dumb. Like that, like totally threw a bone in what I was doing. Okay, guys. All right. So the show goes on exactly. Um, that's what. Okay. So, anyways, guys, what I was talking about was the news. And was everybody? I don't know exactly when the stream popped out for everybody, but essentially what I was talking about was when you're looking at news at the even if you go to what is it, Forex Factory? Yeah. I don't use this one because I use my FX book now. But even if you go here, it'll still tell you all of the news that is going on. You just go to calendar, and then here you are. You still have the same exact information, so it doesn't necessarily matter where you're getting your information from. But as long as everybody is paying attention to this information is the actual most important thing. And it tells you what happened. Okay, so you have your previous, your forecast, and your actuals. So obviously, the previous would be the last time that this exact same news information was released. That, like this one, for example, had a 3.68 increase. Hold on. That one had a 3.68 increase. The actual forecast was 4.21, but it was actually 5.37. So the euro actually got help right there for that particular news. All right. Anyways, and really what to explain? Did you wake up in the do you wake up at the middle of the night to trade news, or do you just not sleep? I just don't sleep, to be completely honest. I've naturally always been a more nocturnal person. I like being awake at night. My 84-year-old grandmother will be awake until like 3 or 4 a.m. So it's kind of just it's always kind of been that way for me. So trading has actually kind of worked out in that aspect in this particular time zone for me to trade. But what I was saying about news is, so we know that news is coming out today, and actually, as we know, there is news coming out tonight. We do have some big events happening really late tonight, but we still have a lot of news going on, as we can see. Okay? So it's Tuesday. All right. So we have a lot of USD news coming out at 8:30 a.m. today. And as you can see what the forecast is saying, the forecast is the middle one. I don't normally use this one, so it looks a little different to me, but it's expecting a 0.3 increase on things. And what actually, okay, so this hasn't happened yet. Okay, so down here is, we're going to have US news tonight. We have GBP news. which is the big ones that we are going to be looking at 4:30 a.m. tonight. So what they're expecting is a 1.7% increase. 1.8% was the last time that this exact same news, average earnings index, that was the last time that this came out. So when this news drops at 4:30 a.m. and the three news is coming out at the same time, 4:30 a.m. for the Great Britain pound. So if you trade the Great Britain pound, the GBP, it's critical to understand that you better have your trades in place and expected for what's going down on the GBP. Can you see me? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Restore chat. Okay. I don't know what you mean. Can you see me? But anyways, when this news is about to come out, the best thing that you can do when you actually are wanting to trade news is understanding like what that news is going to say. So right when that news hits, you need to be like refreshing this page, whatever it is, over and over and over, because if it's a negative number, if it's worse than what they actually expected, the GBP is going to go down. And if it's better than what they expected, it's obviously going to go up. So these high volatility newses, we've got 3 of them dropping, well, 2 of them, and then 1 medium one dropping at the same time. There's going to be movement on all of the GBP pairs because of this. And you can profit and make money off of that. When should we get in on that trade? Can you physically walk us through that? Okay, so, all right. So what I'm going to do tonight, when I know that that's going to be coming, and to get back to, okay, so we'll go to GBP JPY. Okay, so, and we're looking, I don't know why we're on the 15, switch to an hour, fix it, get in there, okay. So let's just say that the market just continues to consolidate in this general area right now. Any at and on news, would it be instant execution? And it's probably that, and that's what I'm getting to. Negative number or positive? How? It's about the news that, okay, like pull up the chart and show how you would plan the trade. All right, bet. So let me answer that question first. So what is projected? Okay, so let me find it. Where are we? Why does this look different? This is all the news that has happened. Wednesday. I'm confused. Hold on. This week. Or no. Today. Where's the GBP news? Okay. Am I like missing something? Like, all right, we'll just all right, whatever. We're gonna keep going. We'll come back to this. So right now, as it's projected to go up. This news is expected, not 100% guaranteed, as a forecast to be an upward gain to the GBP. Right. So with that being said, when we're looking at GBP JPY, we must confirm other zones that are available, because as we all know, when news happens, the market can move an extremely big amount of pips in a very, very small amount of time. So pending orders, somebody was asking, do you just market execute? You can, because there's going to be opportunities available for that when the market actually moves. So let's just say the market is going to move up, right? And at the GBP news, let's just say that news was actually this very next candlestick. Let's just, say for the sake of example, that's going to be the next thing that's going to be happening. It's going to make a very strong upward, it's going to make a movement maybe up to here, or, in regards to everything else that's been happening, maybe even up here. You must identify through technical analysis and through other types of means, like let's throw a fib down on top of it, so really the zones that you're trying to identify there, or the places where you theoretically want to be placing your orders in is around Fibonacci retracement lines, around where the market might touch, like even this, this supply zone, that it could, if the news was bad, that it could come way down here very, very quickly. And if that happens, generally when news hits, there is a big move to one side, and then it comes back generally. That it can just like completely fall apart and keep going down and keep going down and keep going down. So we have to be prepared for that. So when you trade news, you actually have to be there, sitting there watching it. But there is also other times where it'll move 50 pips down, and then within that like same 15-minute candlestick, it'll be those 50 pips right back up, or going up and then come right back down. So that's where I say market executions are valuable at that point, because you need to get in on those quick entries. Now you can have pending orders set around where the market's going to be. So obviously there's going to be a couple more candlesticks here by the time the GBP news actually hits. But I wouldn't be surprised to have an order, see people have orders like on the 1.5 or 158.9-ish area, and then even having pending orders down here just in case it goes to the bottom side at about, at about, the 1.56 area, 1.56.00 area, anywhere like right around there is kind of like how you should project when you trade news, is that you want it to be bouncing off of points that you already have orders indicated at, and then you can market execute based off what is happening. But if you do market execute and you did have pending orders and your pending orders go in, do not go against your trade until you've cashed out profits. That means that it has to be done quickly. If you get up a lot in news, I would suggest just taking your profits and then riding the trend back up in the opposite direction that it just blasted through, because sometimes it will do that, or a lot of the times it will do that. So have your pending orders in place on top and on bottom, and obviously be aware of what the news is actually going to release, because if it's a buy, if the news is good for the GBP, then it's going to be a strong buy. So you're really not going to have a bad bias against going on a buy. That I think that the bias would actually be very well, especially with these two, the average earnings index and the claimant count change. When you have those and those are positive numbers, the GBP is going to go up. So GBP JPY will go up. I think GBP is always the first pair. That is, it's never you, or yeah, okay. So USD JPY, that chart will fall down. Or no, it's GBP USD. Yeah, once again, it'll go up. So all of them, GBP, or is it CAD, GBP CAD, right? I don't remember off the top of my head. Is it GBP CAD? Yeah. Okay, so all of the, and that's what they're projecting off of the news. So that's always something that you need to be aware of when you're trading, guys. Even if you're not trading news at all, but being plugged into this information is extremely critical to understand. And I want to make sure that everybody is just prepared. If you don't have an account sizer, or you've never traded news before, go demo. Just try demo account and just see how your analysis can pull through based off looking at the rest of the chart and seeing if your orders can hit, because that's obviously the whole point, is to make sure that your orders hit and that you're intending it to go into the right direction that you chose. So that's really how you trade news. And let me know if any of you guys have a question. Forex Factory Calendar shows it. I don't know where it went on FX or on my FX book. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Chad. Like, I don't know why it's not there. I know for a fact, like, I was checking my phone for my FX book, and that news was there, and I don't see why it's not here. It's confusing. But anyways, okay. So all the GBP pairs will be affected. Yes, Chad. What time is the news? It's 4:30 a.m. and I believe this runs off of. Oh wait. See, you can go to time options. Okay, so this is on. Okay. Oh damn. Okay, so Central Time for me. Your synchronized time is now 11:56. Okay, awesome. Calendar. So now this is in regards to my time zone, which is pretty neat. So 3:30 a.m. Central Time. 3:30 a.m. for me. Central, so whatever time that is for you. How do you choose what news to watch? All of the newses are right here, and the ones that you should be paying attention to the most are like this: employment change, the unemployment rate for the AUD at 8:30 p.m. That's a big deal. You've got two of them right here. Once again, you got USD, Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, unemployment claims for the dollar, two on top of them each other. But look at this: you have one, two, three, four more newses that come out, even though they're not as high as volatility, but that's still something to consider and understand. Yeah, you could set your time zone. Yeah, so whatever time zone it is for you. And yeah, you would definitely want to be staring at those charts before those news hits, and you want to trade news. Like don't be afraid of news. I was taught that when I first started trading, and honestly, brand new traders should stay away from news. But when you have a better understanding of how everything is going on, then you should have no reason not to trade news, or at least try it on demo and test theory, because a lot of people trade based off of news. Like there's literally a style of trading for strictly news. Kind of gives you a guideline of when to trade and when to not. Are you providing signals, Aaron? No, I don't provide signals. So if the percentage on the right is negative, that means whatever currency we're looking at will drop, or vice versa. Yes, essentially, because if it's a negative effect on whatever currency pair, yes, there's going to be a negative effect on that pair. It's or not on the pair, but on that particular currency itself. That's how news can be traded off of. Because if they're projecting, like right here, for what we're looking at, they're expecting a 4% increase, a 1.7% increase on this, and this is what happened last time. I don't know why it says 6K, 6.7K, maybe a 4,000, you know, increases. These numbers aren't necessarily so important to understand, but what is important to understand is what happened last time. Doesn't matter what the number is what I was saying, what it's projecting this time, and then what actually happens. And this is the next round of news that's coming out. So to look at some that have already come out, this one had a negative 1.2% last time, and this was at 5:45 p.m. So we're going to look at the New Zealand dollar just to test back this theory. NZD/USD. Okay, so this is on the hour. This happened. When was that news that happened? This happened at. Oh, they have big drop. They have big jumps in their news time. So let's just follow this 5:45 p.m. one for NZD. That was. Oh damn! It's military time, isn't it? Yeah, it's military time. So minus 12. Okay, so 5:45, and okay, what time is it? 11, so 6 hours ago. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours ago. That's when this news dropped for NZD. This was the news. This was the news right here. What happened on NZD? The particular news that came out, and you can correct me if my math is wrong, but NZD had a drop. Look, it was projected to be a 0.3%, but when the news actually came out, it was a negative 1.0%. So what did that do? That really hurt that pair, this pair, and it moved, 20 pips in this period of time. It actually was a bigger downside shift, but I'm just saying that this was the news that dropped at that particular time. All right. So that's pretty much all there is on news. I'll continue to ask questions, but I'll go ahead and move on to the next thing. Hold on. Okay. So my notes were on here with the next thing that I wanted to talk about. So we got the news, okay, trading news, journal, and okay. All right. So the next thing that I was going to talk about, I don't know with all the stupid stuff that happened with Twitch tonight, so we had a lot of people drop off, and that's absolutely okay. I'm going to take responsibility for that. But if what I would be curious to know is what are people thinking about their trading journals and their trading rules that they've set for themselves? What are they? Have you been following them? I want to know. I want to know where y'all have been with your trading journals and with your trading plans, and let me know in the chat that uh, if you haven't been following it and you need some curriculum to follow around with your trading plan and with your trading journal. Because if you're not doing that, I'm telling you right now, my FX book is automated with a lot of your trading journal about how it will backtest everything for you itself. But if you aren't connected to my FX book or have something written down or something like that, this is why you need to do it, honestly, is because there's so much. Yeah, I swear, trading journals help so much. They don't even. It's not even that they help so much. How can you expect to be a good trader if you don't even know why you lost last week, or if you why you won the last week? It doesn't make any sense. If you couldn't tell me what pair, what time, how many pips, what entry point, when did you get out, what was your take profit line, what was your stop loss line, all of these things, you're playing yourself because essentially you're just gambling. You're going on and you might be analyzing it well enough to where you're actually making money or you're losing money and still not be able to tell me why or tell anybody else why what you're doing. I'm not being patient enough to wait for the best setups. That's my biggest problem right now. Being impatient is another human emotion. Actually, I'm going to write that down. It's a good point that you brought that up, Chad. Thank you. So, what he was just saying, what Chad was saying was, essentially, it's the human emotion that you bring to the market yourself. You're the one calling the shots with everything that you're doing. So if you're not being patient enough, or you're being greedy, I was just talking to all the boys from Atlanta right that are here right now, and we were talking about, if you have your trading plan in stone, and let's just say it was 40 pips in one trade. If you catch 40 pips in a trade, you're out. And let's just say you did, and you were doing that, or if you weren't doing it, and you're at 67 pips, and you want to get to 80 or 70, you want more. I swear, from that point forward, that is called greed. At the end of the day, you can call it whatever you want, but that is another emotion. Just like what Chad was saying, was that he's being impatient. He's not patient enough to, and Chad, I'm not like calling you out or anything. I'm just using it as an example because we all do it, dude. Like I'm just as impatient. I'm just as greedy, just as anybody else is. It's a human emotion. We feel that by nature. So the whole idea is to be able to manage that when you're actually trading, and those are the people that make the most money because everybody will get greedy, no matter what. I don't care how you say it, whatever you do, you will be up in profit and you will want more and not take that profit and then lose all of it. It's happened. I've heard way too many stories of people being even up in the thousands, and then that thousand gets to 1,000, then to 500, then to 100, then to 50, then to -20, then to -100, then they finally close out. So not only did they lose themselves on all of their profit that they could have had, they even take a loss on top of what they could have had, and all they had to do was just push a button and close out and take profits and look for the next trade. That is something powerful that even comes back into that 5-step process that I put up here a lot. Right here. What's number 1? Consolidation. Number 2, breakout. 3, retracements. 4 is orders. And then 5 is exits. 5 might be the most, it is the most important step. Because I don't care how much you analyze. I don't care how much you get up. I don't care if you find any retracements. If you don't pull out of the market, you didn't make any money. So exiting the market when you're up in profit is the best choice. I've done it myself too. I have done it to where, like I want more, I want more, I want more. Oh, look, it's heading down right now. Oh, it's okay. That's just, it's just a fake out. It's going to keep going back up. It's going to keep going back up, and then you just watch it go more and more and more negative, and then finally you actually start going negative, and that whole time you're holding on to this trade, whereas you're not even trading anymore. You're not even placing any new trades. You're not even analyzing anything new. You're looking at the trade that you have already placed. So from this point forward, you're no longer trading. You're looking at one trade that you're holding. This is not how traders work. When traders go in on a trade, they either are confident in what they do and in the decisions that they make, or they get out. They take that loss, the $10 loss, the $5 loss, or whatever, $100 loss, whatever it is, and then they look for the next opportunity. They will tell themselves that they messed up, and they're not going to sit in the market and say, you know what, I guarantee this trade's going to go in my direction. Even though it's 10, 20 pips down in the wrong direction right now, it's got to come back. If it's 20 pips in the wrong direction and you have no other indication of it pulling back, take the loss right there. How many times, I guarantee everybody on this call has been negative $10 and then ended up being negative $90 because they thought that $10 would come back into positive. Everybody has done that. Every single person has done that. I'm telling you, I have done it. Everybody in the room that I'm with right now has also done it. I'm telling you, it's a human emotion that we all have. That's what I'm saying. That is what you need to master. That is what you need to fix. Because if you can, look, with your trading journal, and like I said, I want to know if anybody is really following through with their trading journal. If you do, with your trading plan, the same thing with the journal, but if you do not have a trading plan, you are playing yourself because you have no goal for your trading, for the time that you're trading. If your goal was 40 pips and you're up 50 pips, bro, you should have taken it 10 pips. You should close it out right then and there. Don't even wait. I don't care if the market is going to keep dropping down or keep going up in the right direction. You have proved your analysis. It worked. You called it right. Get out and look for the next opportunity, because those are the people that are going to be consistently making money in the market. They're not being greedy. They have their rules, and you can of course up your rules. If you're consistently catching a certain amount of pips, then up it. Up your, I'm not saying become complacent in any way. I'm just saying that you need to be doing it the right way. You need to be following through with what you're doing, and I'm just as much as a victim as anybody else. I break my own trading rules too, and I shouldn't. Last night, look, this is what I did. Last night, okay, Monday, okay, where did okay, hold on. Anyways, we traded last night. I don't see where it is right now. I can't find it. But what happened? When I knew that the news dropped, the news was negative, and I went in on a buy. What happened? It moved 30 pips in the wrong direction. And what did I do? I sat there and held it and was like, it's got to come back up. It's got to come back up. You know what happened? As soon as I got out of the market, it moved up 15 pips. As soon as I got out of that trade. So I was a step behind in that entire trade. I did not go in on the sell based off what happened with the news. I knew it was a sell after I had already put in my order. Look, I had put in my order. The news dropped. I saw that it was negative, but yet I stayed in on the buy and cost myself money. I went negative. I cost myself money instead of actually going with what I knew I should have done. I was like, but I'm already in a buy, and at that point, it was extremely, not. It wouldn't have even have been a big loss at all. But instead, I took a bigger loss for my pride, for my ego, for my what I think is going to be happening in the market, whatever it is. I did it, and when that sell happened, then the buy immediately happened right after that. So it was immediately after I got out of my buy and took a loss, it went up. So I was a step behind that entire time, and that's exactly what you should not be doing. If you know that you are wrong in a trade, get out at that very second. Take whatever loss that you have right now and save yourself. Even if the market were to retrace, just like it did for me, and move up into the direction and to the side that you want, then so be it. That you missed it, but there's always going to be more opportunity available at the end of the day. So there is really no losses when you get that. Yeah, you're gonna take you should be taking minuscule losses, but much bigger wins. That is the whole point, is to make sure that your analysis is on point. And that is so much about your trading journal, that if you have your trading journal, I'm sorry, damn it, your trading rules, put your trading rules wherever you can see them, and then do the math for when you're up on a certain amount of money, and set. And if it's at your goal, get out. I don't care. Like, literally, you should not care whatever the market is doing at that point. You've set a goal. You reached your goal. Get out. So negative means the market is a sell. No, negatives means that if you went in on a buy and the market goes down, then that particular trade is negative. Or if you go in on a sell and the market starts moving up, that your account, either not your account, but that one particular trade that you'll be in will be negative. So that's what I'm talking about. But you have to have your goals, guys. You have to know what you're doing. Your trading plan is essentially like when you're in the NBA and you have the coach with like that Surface Pro or the dry erase board or whatever, and you have the players around you and they're sitting there discussing like their plan of action for whatever they need to do. Guard that person, Steph Curry get open, whatever the rule is, or whatever that whole team decides, they therefore reenact it into their platform, onto their stage, which is the basketball court. Well, the markets are our stage. This is our court. So you must have a plan of action before you step in, or else can you imagine playing, Golden State, and you have no idea what position everybody's playing? Everybody's just running around with their head cut off, and they know they need to get the ball and shoot a basket. That's simple. Everybody knows that. That's like the basics of basketball. It's the same thing with the market. We know that we need to buy and sell and be on the right side and make money. But if you don't know what you're doing to cause that, then you're playing yourself. Also, make sure that you don't trade right after waking up. Put a good buy on a news trade for CAD, but I put the buy on USD CAD. So I was actually buying USD and selling CAD, screwed me over. So Josh, and thank you for sharing that, Josh. And what he's saying is just to be more aware. And that comes back to how you approach the market with mindset. You must be in the right state of mind in order to make money, because if you're, first of all, if you're attached to this money in any way, you will lose it. I promise you. If you're trading with money that you should be paying bills with, stop trading and go back to demo, because that is not what Forex is supposed to be here for at the moment. You're learning right now. You're in training. That's not something that you should be worried about, is making money. You should be worried about catching pips. That is the only thing you should be worried about right now. And what was the other thing? Okay, so I've gone over the journal and rules for trading. Okay, the next thing, everybody here should have a friend who is trading. Everybody here knows somebody, at least if you're an IML, or just knows somebody that is also trading. With your trading journal and with your trading rules in place, the next thing that you should have, and write this down, is an accountability partner. Accountability. You must be held accountable for what you do within the market. If it's you make it someone you trust, that you're absolutely open to share with. If you took a huge loss, make sure it's somebody that you're comfortable sharing with, because if not, then you're not gonna, you're gonna defeat the purpose of having an accountability partner. But you should be feeding off of each other. You should literally be like, okay, you got in at this point. If it's the person you trade with, then great. It doesn't matter who it is, but generate an accountability partner. At the end of the day, that is another super, super and crucial thing, because then you can like even trade each other's FX books or your trading journals or whatever you're writing down, and analyze, bro, why did you get in on this, on this buy? Like, we were looking at this chart at the same time, but you didn't tell me you went in on the buy and you lost all this money, or, we were looking at this chart at the same time. I even said that it was going to be a sell, but yet you went in on a buy. That's being held accountable for what you're doing. That is going to be, ultimately, the whole idea is to just make it better. Make it, just a hell of a lot better. When I was managing a Domino's Pizza, our accountability partner was the assistant manager, that we were the ones held accountable for whatever happened in the store, for the training, for the product, for the service, for all of it. You know what I'm saying? And we were held accountable for that. So there's a different level of mindset that comes along with trading, which and that's what I'm relating it to is trading now, that you must be held accountable for what you do within the market. Because if you're just trading and losing money and and don't have anybody to discuss with and bounce ideas off of, then you're not where you need to be. You need to find somebody. Chad, I'm gonna have a lot of those trading buddies, my friend. And yes, I would be more than happy to. And just gotta get my analysis down first because I'm not there yet either. I'm learning, but I know what I do wrong. When I make mistakes, I know exactly what I've done wrong and what not to do the next time. When I take a loss, I figure out why I took a loss. If I take a win, I'm not figuring out why I'm taking wins. And that is my problem right now. Trading journals, is it an app or are you just writing it down? Nicole, my FX book automates it for you. Any when you log it into your actual Trader's Way or FXCM account or whatever account that you have, whatever trading account that you have that is live. Actually, I even think you can track demo, but um, my FX book is an app and it automatically does everything for you. So make sure you download my FX book, and it's a website. My FX book is also a website. So after this is over, you can actually go onto the website and start to do it. And it is a little bit difficult to set up my FX book, but there are YouTube videos that will walk you through step by step on how to do it. That's how I did it. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. It is a little bit difficult, but the whole idea is at the end of the day, what it tells you and how you can be held, even holding yourself accountable is more important than having an accountability partner, because if you're not holding yourself accountable for all of the trades and everything that you're committing and understanding why, then you're playing yourself. Punish yourself. If you went in on a bad trade, you can no longer trade live for the rest of the night. You have to trade demo. Like that's just like a random rule that you can set for yourself, that if you screwed up on your live account, stop taking losses. Do not take another loss, because at that point you will be in a different mindset and go on a demo. And if you make money on the demo account, great. Then that next time that you trade, apply that same exact analysis that you did on that demo account after you took that loss and apply it to the next time that you trade. That's just something random. My FX book, what is that? All right, I'll just take you to the website. It's an app on your phone. It is. What is going on today? DNS address could not. What? Yo, they don't want us to learn. What is happening? No, the internet didn't go out. Look, you see the little white, and look, I'm still getting. I don't. I have no idea. Oh my god, man! Like I have no idea. Look, like everything can't be reached. Like I can't even, like, if I refresh this page, the site cannot be reached. My DNS, my damn DNS server, bro. They do not want you to learn how to trade. What the hell? I don't. Yeah, see, they still see us. So like the internet is still on. I have no idea why this is happening. Like, bro, I cannot get onto. Well, anyways, my FX book is a website where you can go on and create an account as long as your DNS server is, not tripping, and you can get on there and make an account, and it'll literally pull up all of the history that you've ever done on all of the trades that you have ever committed on that live account. It'll tell you how many pips you're up total, how much profit you've made, how many losses you've taken, what pairs, what times, everything. It's all of the information is there and available. Real traders use Ninja Trader. Well, I think Ninja Trader costs money. So for people that don't, unbelievable. I'm so salty right now. I cannot believe I can't go to a website. I can't go back to TradingView. Wow. Yeah, just I don't know what's going on tonight, man. Yeah, check my DNS. Like I'm not just gonna have to reset my internet after the stream. But okay, so accountability partner was the next thing. Emotions in the market, I already discussed as well. Greed, being scared, being impatient, being too excited, being too sad, being any type of emotion, feeling any type of way is just gonna lose you money. You must be robot status when you're in this market. You must be completely toned in, completely zoned in, dialed in. Try using